Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. I am Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. And today is a very interesting look at a Trillium Brewing Company beer that barely has anything to do with hops, because this is a milk stout. It is called Pom Pom Milk Stout. I believe this is, yes, Pom Pom Milk Stout. I believe this is the first video beer review in the world. It's a 6.8. Let me put on a little bit more light. There we go. It's a 6.8% alcohol by volume milk stout. And they say that this is utilizing, for the malts, they're using English pale malt, C80, CameraFi flaked barley, black malt, CameraFi 3, pale chocolate, and lactose sugar. And for hops, this is not a Trillium specialty delight here, but they're using hop bittering extract. They say, quote, for the Pom Pom, let's see if I can get a little bit more. Sure, there you go. Pom Pom. It says here, quote, cold weather and chilly New England wind are best paired with a darkly roasted beer. For our latest addition to our dark beer lineup, we wanted to try our hand at a lactose addition. This full-body milk stout delicately balances roasty flavors from the grain bill with subtle sweetness from lactose addition. Pom Pom teases the nose of dark chocolate, lightly roasted coffee, raisiness or raisinets, and subtle vanilla beans, leading into a balanced palate. Okay, yeah. This is, I got this yesterday. Today is the 12th of December, 2017. And actually, I think it might have been canned yesterday. Go figure how fresh this one is. I don't know how much of a head this is going to create, so I'm going to tilt the glass a little bit. 16-ounce can. And as you guys know, Trillium Brewing Company has two locations, one of which is in Boston, Massachusetts, on 369 Congress Street in the Seaport District area, and in Boston or Canton, Massachusetts, in my neck of the woods, by where I work, at 110 Chamut Road. It's in an industrial park area. Let's take a look at the Pom Pom. As you can see here, this is got a lot of ruby red. It's not entirely dark as it looks on camera. Very dark red notes to it, but it is black without the light in there. They have very tan, frothy, almost creamy kind of looking head. And I don't know how many of you know, I think I did a review a long time ago. I maybe have to re-up on a video review. Actually, I love New England style IPAs, and IPAs are my favorite beers, but actually my favorite beer of all time is still Young's Double Chocolate Stout. So when I get a milk stout, I am kind of curious. See how good it is. It smells really good for what it is. Yeah. Chocolate, 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 dark chocolate. Dark chocolate. There is the milk sugary notes to it. Coffee is in there for sure, mixing with that chocolate. Dark bready malts. This is a malty beer. Chocolate milk. I can't really complain on that nose. It smells exactly like you want almost a chocolate beer to smell. So I'm going to dive right into this. Pom Pom Milk Stout. A Trillium Stout, not a hoppy beer. Cheers. Interesting. I was reading through some of the Beer Advocate. It got added on the 6th of December 2017, the beer to Beer Advocate, by Doug Atlantis. And some people are talking about it's too thin for the ABV of the beer, and I think it's great. I think it is a lot like Young's Double Chocolate Stout. I don't think it's quite as smooth of a drinker. And even though all they're using is hop bittering extract for their hops, it still does have a little itty bitty bittering flavor there that's really nice. Yeah, maybe I'm getting vanilla as well in the nose. I'm getting the vanilla, some vanilla on the taste, mixed in with a lactic sugary but not overly sugary sweetness to it. I'm also getting those, like I said, those darker chocolate notes and some roasted coffee beans. There's definitely a creaminess to it for sure. It is a wet beer as opposed to dry. I don't want to call this a light-bodied beer, but it's not the most medium. So, I think some could call this medium. I'm going to call this a light medium to a really, really full, light flavor to it, or a body to it. Fairly clean and carbonated. Crisp. And I don't really care that this beer is being talked about. It goes with that cold weather and chilly New England wind are best paired with a darkly roasted beer. I don't really care that that's what they say about the beer, even though it says Pom Pom and it's got a Eric Cartman looking pom pom knit hat on it. I could drink this any time of the year, and I think for fans of Guinness, nor is this dry. I like Guinness, but I think fans of Guinness would really like this. I think people like myself that like the Young's Double Chocolate Stout would really love this. I think people that like Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout, as John O'Neill says live, would like this. If you like left-hand milk stout, this would be great. I wonder if they could ever make a nitrogen version of this. That would be great. This beer is, well, let's see if I can pull any other flavors out before I give you any rating. I say the mouthfeel is a light medium. There's just a little twinge of an oily, slick mouthfeel. I'm not really sure where that's coming from. I think maybe, I'm not really sure, but it's slightly creamy in that sense. Some of these malts are giving me a creamy sensation. Definitely lactose sugar in that malt. I'm definitely tasting that, but it's not overpowering in the taste, the sweetness. And there definitely is a light roastiness to this, for sure. They're talking about there's a balance of that there's, light roasted coffee, raisinets, and subtle vanilla beans leading into a palette of milk chocolate, hazelnut, and roasty flavors and moderate sweetness. I wouldn't really pick up hazelnuts unless I read that. So, anyways, as of right now on Beer Advocate, it gets a 4.15 out of 5 as a milk/sweet stout. And that's out of 24 ratings. I don't like to rate beers, and especially Trillium beers or the Alchemist beers like I have, Night Shift beers. Any of these breweries that make these sought-after beers, I don't like to rate them high just because I rate them high, but this is like drinking a more complex left-hand milk stout or Young's Double Chocolate Stout. Not that those are complex beers, and not that this beer here is ultra complex, but it's pretty, it's got it's got more bold full flavor going on than those beers. They're just a little bit more roasty, and it's got a little bit more of a sugar sweetness and more malt character for me personally. Dark breads. That's a good way. Almost a molasses type sweetness, but not that sweet. I think more and more I drink this beer, and more I think about the Young's Double Chocolate Stout. It probably isn't my favorite beer of all time. But, you know, just in the back of my mind, drinking that beer and having that as one of my big all-time beer experiences, I can't let that really go. But, it is my favorite beer of all time. I can't find another excuse to not say that Young's Double Chocolate Stout is. But this would be a great substitute for that Young's Double Chocolate Stout. And I'm going to give this, for a milk stout, this is an A all day long, son, for what it is. This is a stout lover's beer right here. It's not as roasty and complex as an imperial stout, nor is it trying to be. But it's damn good. One of the best milk stouts, period, in the country, if you ask me. And I'm just going to put it that way. 2 thumbs up, an A, a 90. Let's give it my 93 for world-class beers. I think, even though it's not a heavy bitteriness, I think if the bittering was lower and the malt character was higher, it could be even greater. But I'm going to give that 93. I've been babbling on too long, and John and Neil's been watching. Thank you, sir, live. First review live, or first review on camera in the world on YouTube. Pom Pom Milk Stout. Trillium. Awesome non-IPA'd or pale ale beer. Sweet. Till next time, keep tasting those great beers. I say cheers. I will see you soon.